Hello again, welcome to the MasterCAM course. In that lecture, we're gonna talk about that part. That part is created by using the SolidWorks. Actually, after that, I'm gonna turn back to MasterCAM to get my G code. Actually, when you look at that product, you can easily say that, oh, it is easy. We can easily create that product. But when we turn to the real world, actually, you need to be careful about and some stuff. Okay, let's talk about that one. So that course is, and main idea behind that course actually, and to create actually more and the practice. Okay, this is the practice course. So if you get to know about and the detail about the MasterCAM and the all and the button, so you need to turn back to do my and the MasterCAM course. So that course is only about actually practicing 3-axis and the milling operation. Okay, so okay, let's focus on that stuff. Okay, and this file is and created as example 6, and you can also find that file in Udemy courses. Okay, so I can use the open file option. So this is my desktop, and then we're gonna see some stuff here. You can see that, and this is example 6 and SolidWorks part. Okay, let me double click on it, and then actually we're gonna see our product like this in our screen. And after that, let me turn back to the isometric perspective. So we're gonna see that our top plane is not true right now. We need to change that, and as a first step, so I need to change my C plane. I'm gonna turn back to the right view. This is my right view. I'm gonna hit the transform and rotate options, and then I can select my solid, and then I just need to write my degree like this. Don't forget to select the move options as a method, and then I just need to hit the OK button. Okay, after that, let me turn back to the top view as a C plane, and everything seems fine. Let me turn back to the top view again. Okay, that is the perfect view. This is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. So it seems to be okay for us. After that, let me save my file here. So I just need to hit the save button to save my and MasterCAM file. This is the MasterCAM education actually. You can easily get that stuff. Okay, let me turn back to here, and 2D, we need to hit that button to turn to the 2D. After that, we can turn to the wireframe and curve on an edge options, and then we just need to select that edge and that one, and that one. And after that, let me turn back to the machine mill and default. Okay, sorry about that. That's about the education stuff. Let me turn back. Okay, let me and handle that stuff. I'm gonna turn back to the 2D and wireframe and curve on the edge options, and then let me create my curve again, and then I'm gonna save my file, and then we can turn to the machine mill and default. Okay, after that, let me create my face toolpath. I'm gonna turn back to here and the face toolpath. I just need to select my chain, and after that, let me create my tool. My tool can be and maybe 60mm diameter tool like this one, and then that is my feed rate. This is my cutting speed, and this is my plunge feed rate. And then let me turn back to the cut parameters, and it can be zigzag as a cutting method. It can be 0 and my degree and high speed loops, and then I can organize my step over as a, and 40% of my tool diameter. And then let me turn back to here. This is the absolute and the 5, feed plane absolute 3, and top of stock absolute 0, and depth absolute 0. and then let me hit here, and then we're gonna get that kind of toolpath. Okay, and after that actually we can easily create our pocket operation. To be able to create my pocket operation for this area, maybe before our operation, maybe we should create some drilling process before that stuff. Okay, let me turn back to the here, curve on edge options, and let me create my curve here, here, and here. Maybe we should also select that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. After that, maybe we should change our Z position like this one, and then we can turn to the transform and project, and we can hit the and actually move section. Okay, that is created. I just need to select this part as well, this one. Okay, and after that we are working to 2D and Z position 5, and then I just need to select this part and this part, this part, and this part. Okay, everything seems fine. Let's create our pocket operation. Of course, before that we should maybe create some drilling process to be able to enter our pocket operation. So let me turn to the drill operation here. I just need to select the origin position. This is the only position I just want to select, and then we can turn to the create new tool options, and we can prefer to some drilling operation by using the actually, and this one it's not important. I prefer to use this one. Maybe it can be, and maybe it can be, and like this, and 12mm diameter tool enough for us. I prefer to use the 10mm end mill for my operation, so that's why I prefer to use that tool. This is my feed rate, and that is my the spindle speed. This is my cutting speed and the feed rate per teeth. And then let me turn to the linking parameters. I can prefer to use the absolute with 3 and absolute with 0, and absolute with depth position can be selected like this. Okay, so maybe we should make them 20 point and 24.5. And then let me turn to the here, and this is actually normal drilling position and G81. And then let me create my toolpath like this one. And after that, to be able to understand what we did, maybe we should turn to the 2D and Z0 position and top view, and then maybe we should create some diameter like this one. Okay, and yeah, that's it. Let me turn back to my toolpath using the right mouse button, mill toolpath. And then actually, it's also possible to use 2D high-speed toolpath, okay? But actually, we can also use the different, and we can also use the pocket operation. But let's talk about 2D high-speed toolpath, okay? When creating 2D high-speed toolpath, actually, we can prefer to dynamic milling process, okay? So we just need to select our machining region strategy, stay inside or from outside options. We have two options here. I prefer to use the stay inside and the options, and then we can select our the machining area like this one. Okay, so this is my area. And then we can also prefer to use entry chain options. Okay, let me ignore that stuff here. You can also change your toolpath type in 2D high-speed toolpath. Okay, you can select this one, and this one. So you can easily change your toolpath type. let me turn to the tool section and create my tool, and it can be 10 millimeters tool, and with that feed rate, and that's cutting speed, and we can also organize plunge rate like this. And then let me turn to the linking parameters. It can be 5 mm obsolete, 3 mm obsolete for fit plane. This is the last position for the G0. After that, we're gonna turn to the G1. This is the top of stock, and this is the actually our cutting area. I'm gonna select this one and this one. Okay, this is the 25 mm. And then we can turn to the cut parameters. When we turn to the cut parameters, actually we can select our stock to leave on the wall. Okay, I prefer to use the 0.5 mm for wall and 0.25 mm for the floor. Okay, and after that, when we turn to the here, this is actually quite important. We can easily organize our first pass according to my feed rate. We can organize our first pass. Okay, and then, for example, I can create and 80% of my feed rate, so it can be created like this. Okay, so we can also prefer to use actually starting position. Okay, we can select any position here, for example, bottom, center, bottom right, mid right, top right, and the top center, and top left, and mid left, for example. Okay, so this is actually our starting position. So according to that perspective, we can easily select our starting position. Okay, this is the cutting method. Cutting method can be clump, conventional, and zigzag. Let me prefer to use the zigzag method. Okay, I'm gonna left here, bottom left. Okay, and then actually we can easily create our step over. Our step over can be created actually according to my tool diameter. We can easily organize our step over by using the percent of my tool diameter. For example, I can prefer to use 10 or 20. I think the 20 is enough. Okay, so this is the actually cutting and angle according to this perspective. Okay, we're gonna use that angle for our cutting process. According to my tool diameter and my step over, that can be calculated easily. You can also write this one, and then my step over and my tool diameter percentage is also calculated here. Okay, you can prefer to this one, for example. Okay, so you don't need to care about which tool diameter you should use. Okay, you just focus on the cutting coverage degree here. Okay, this is the actually minimum tool path radius. You can also organize that stuff here. Okay, that's it. We can also turn to the here to organize the corner process. We can also organize the depth cuts, but I don't want to focus on this stuff here. We can also organize our stock. Okay, but I don't care about that stuff. Let me calculate my toolpath and to see and what kind of toolpath we're gonna see. Okay, can you see that? I'm gonna start from here, like this one. This is my starting position. That's why I am creating some drilling process for here. And then, as you can see here, this is my starting position, and this is my tool. This is the 10 millimeter diameters, and this is my actually helical starting process, and then we're gonna create our toolpath. You can also see the high speed loops here. Actually, when we consider our pocket area, maybe we should also turn to here to change our tool diameter. For example, I think the 10 millimeter is not suitable for this stuff, so I need to change my diameter with 8. 8.1 is better than the 10. So let me recalculate all my toolpath according to that's one. So you can also see that stuff is, and this is the sharp corner process actually created automatically and actually by MasterCAM. So this is quite important when using the 2D high-speed toolpath. So you can organize that stuff here. Maybe we should turn to the 30% of my tool diameter, and yeah, that's enough I think for my radius. And then let me recalculate my toolpath. Okay, that's perfect. That's the perfect toolpath actually. Yeah, that's it. And you can easily create, maybe if you would like to use and some depth cuts, you can activate it and you can write the maximum rough step here. I can write 13. So 13 multiplied with 2, so, and then we're gonna get 26, and the 2 passes it's gonna create it for, and that's approach. Okay, anyway, yeah, that's cool. That's perfect toolpath. You can easily use that stuff. Okay, thank you very much.